Good morning, students. I'm Pragati, your social science teacher, and I welcome you after vacations. Before moving with our syllabus, I want you to attend today's class for revision of the previous work which we have done before vacation. So, in today's class, we are going to take three topics that are the chapters which we have done before vacations. The first is introduction of resources, natural resources, and the Constitution of India. All these chapters which we have done previously, you have given exam, you have done your holiday homework based on that. Everything was very nice and you have attempted very well. But I want you to polish it again so that when you appear for your exams, it should be the best one. So let's start with the introduction to resources. In introduction of resources, we have talked about the resources. What are resources? We know anything which is need for our survival of living beings, that is resources. They are natural, man-made, human-made. They are different kind of resources. On that basis only, we are going to take today different kind of examples on the resources. Right, now we have done, and you have been also knowing about resources which is present on earth. Anything which is necessary for the survival of human being and present on earth is resources, right? In that, the natural resources, which is God gifted. Natural resources are God gifted. For example, you can say sun, water, air. All these are natural resources. You cannot change it. It will never finish, and it is God gift, right? The natural power has been gifting us all these things, and this has been helping us to reform the things, to build our food, everything. Okay, so the natural resources are that. Man-made resources are the resources which are made by human beings, are made by man. Okay, and they are not the source of natural, but they are being constructed by our resources. They are non-artificial resources. Then human-made resources. Human-made resources are the resources in which we have been utilized for some other thing which help human beings for their reforming, for activities, or like the human labor, the laborers. As I am working as a teacher, I am a laborer and a form. So I will be a human resource. Why? Because with my teaching, with my knowledge, I am helping you to learn, to get knowledge, to achieve some or the other things, right? That is human made. Now, in this also there are some on the basis like origin, developmental basis, the natural resources are there. On renewability basis, the natural resources are there. How it is? Like origin, on the basis of origin, the natural resources are biotic and non-biotic. Biotic is related with something which is based on living organism, and non-biotic are the one which are based on non-living organism. Okay, so in biotic there are examples like we can say plants, we can say fruit, vegetables. All these are the biotic, which are living organisms. Okay, based, and non-biotic, which are non-living things and helpful us in one or other form. It can be anything as compared to air or water, or something is related with your resources which are non-living. Okay, now on the basis of development, the resources which have been used for the development basis, which are used in one or other form of resources in which you are getting something or the other thing and helping you in form, like minerals, coals and petrol. All have been used and they are on the basis of development. Similarly, the coal, or we can say the minerals, vitamins, all these things, the minerals are the one which are used as a developmental basis. Now renewability. Renewability means which we can renew again and again. Once it was stopped, then we can renew it again. Okay, the renewability which we can use again after and after, and it will be not finished up. Okay, so in this, like solar energy which we are using, or wind energy, or water energy, all these can be renewed, so they are also natural form, but they can also be renewed, so they can be under these examples. So distribution means it is ubiquitous and localized. On this basis, ubiquitous are one which are found internationally all over the world. Okay, it is over the earth. Wherever you go, you will get these resources. Localized resources, which is in some specific area, like it will found only in India, it will not found any other place, or in India also it can be specified in this region maybe, so the resources which are at a particular region or in an area is known as localized resources, and ubiquitous which are found all over the earth. Then we also talk about the 3 R's, and you have made a very good homework on this, the 3 R's and all the things you have told about in your assignment, that reuse, recycle and reduce, right? So how you can reduce the things, how can you recycle it or reuse, which will save the environment and do not pollute us. So we have talked all about in the chapter of resources, where we have introduced resources previously. After that, moving forward on natural resources, land, soil and water, here we have talked about all the 3 resources which we have done in introduction to resources, but only the natural resources, and the natural resources were land, soil and water. In this land, we have talked about the land have 30% of total, there is 30% of land, other 70% is consumed by water. Now in land, what are the things are there? Mountains were there, plateaus are there, plains are there. Mountains are the regions which are high from the tropical region, higher level, plateaus are some higher but at an extent. We have also formed the diagrams previously, and plain area is equal to the equator. Like if we talk about Sirsa, it is located in plain area, right? If we talk about Shimla, it is located in mountains, that is in higher region. Mountains are also example of K2 mountain, Mountain Everest. Okay, so these are the mountains. Plateaus are the regions where some other things are located, but they are like a mountain but plain area from upper side. They are small plateau region, they are not completely at a high rate. Okay, soil, then we have talked about the soil also in this natural resources chapter. In this, what we have done, that what is the soil formation, how the soil is being formed. Okay, then in that we have talked about climatic condition, we have talked about the rock material, then we have talked about the relief features, and then humus and time period. These are the main points which we have to write. I found that some of the students did mistake also, so I want you, if you have any doubt in this chapter, you can revise it now. Okay, so in soil formation, how the climatic condition affects soil, how the rock material affect the soil, how the relief features being done for the soil formation, humus, the dead animals and plants, and the time period, from how long the soil is being consumed in that particular region, is also under the soil formation. Then coming to the soil of India, we have talked about the soils of India, soil profile we have talked about as well, like origin A, B, right? We have talked about, and soils of India, there are different kind of soils, regions, alluvial soil, plateaus, terrace farming, each and everything we have done in this land and soil formation. Then we have talked about water also, that there is only 3% of pure water. Total water consumption is 70% of the earth, but 3% of pure water, fresh water, which we can drink, which we can utilize in our work for our survival, only 3% water. Okay, so and how the conservation and everything has been talked in this chapter as well. Now moving forward on the civics chapter, that is the Constitution of India. In this chapter we have talked about what is the constitution, anything which is you rules and regulation form which give us democracy, that is the constitution. Okay, constitution is the soul of democracy. It is used for rule. It has been formed by the rules and regulation. Now you our school have some rules, some regulations which you need to follow up, and that rules and regulations are the constitution or the norms of your school, right? Similarly, India also have some rules, some regulations, some law, activity, everything which we need to follow up, and that is known as our constitution. If we go out of that constitution, then we will be punished by judiciary, right? There are three judiciary, legislature and executive. I've talked about that also in this same chapter, right? Then most of the students were having doubts in fundamental duties and rights. So you need to understand this difference, that fundamental duties are the duties which we need to follow. This is the rules, kind of rules made by our constitution to follow up. Okay, like our country India have a flag, national flag. We have to respect them. We cannot put the national bird or wild animals in our homes, or we cannot kill them, so similarly some rules and regulations are there which we need to follow, and that following that is known as fundamental duties. And fundamental rights, this we get when we born in India, or if we are citizen of that country. Every country have their fundamental rights according to the country norms, according to the country constitution. Okay, so our India have 6 fundamental rights, like we have freedom to speak, we have freedom to express our feelings, right? What we think that is right or wrong, you can say. If you think that something is wrong, or some techniques or something are wrong in teaching, okay, of method, or you are not able to understand, so it doesn't mean you will keep it inside. You have to express. You have that right to express. Why? Because you are giving money for this, you are giving your fees for learning. You come to school for learning, right? Why? Because you are paying and you are learning something, so you have that right to express. Similarly, if you are a citizen of India, if you born in India, you get this right through which you can express your thoughts and feeling, and your political any kind of things which you want to express, that you can express to the world. Similarly, there are right to citizenship or religion, caste. You can follow any caste. If you love Hindu, you can follow Hinduism. If you like Sikhism, you can follow Sikhism. Christianity, you can become Christian also. You want to become a Muslim, you can become Muslim. Nobody will stop you to change your religion. Okay, your region means you can stay anywhere. If you want to live in north area, northern region, you can stay there. If you want to transfer to south, you can go there. It's your right, it's your duty. Nobody will ask you any question of changing your region or religion. Okay, similarly the 6 fundamental rights are there. So after this, secularism is the right, is a kind of right from the fundamental right only, that all the Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, Isai, or males, female, everybody will be treated equally, maybe equally treated. Okay, so they are the ones who are equally treated is under the secularism. When the Muslims, all the religions, whether Muslim, Hindu, Christian or Sikh, everybody, or they are male or female, they will be also treated equally in front of law, in front of the constitution. So that is considered for why the secularism is formed, because there are some of the major minority cases and majority cases. Like in India, more are Hinduism and Muslims are small in a lesser amount, है ना? So to save them, to save their lives, the constitution formed this rule that they will be equally treated. The ladies, the women are lesser in number compared to men, so they should get some number of seats in the organization, in the institutions, everywhere. There are 1/3 of seats are reserved for women, so they can go for that, right? So these are the rights or some things which are being given to the minority ones, and they can use or utilize their rules and regulation with that. So all this we have done before summer vacation. Now what we will do after summer vacation in our coming classes. In our coming classes, on Monday you will have your revision class. Then other week, that is Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, you will have your regular class. Okay, and Friday and Saturday you will do your homework, which you will get on every Thursday, so that you get the weekend, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, 3 days you get to complete. Okay, and on Monday then you will clear your doubts regarding homework, regarding previous classes, everything. Whatever the doubts or anything you have, you can clear it with me on WhatsApp or on live Google class on Monday. Okay, so you will have that specific time period to clear your doubt. Before that, you have specific time period to revise your work of the complete week, to complete your homework, and I hope you will do it well, right? So thank you and have a nice day. Take care of yourself and study well, because it will make you successful. Thank you.